What it do, Kripple Krew? EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly, here with another Stabby AF Saturday. And I'm telling you, we got a special one today because we are joined by big homie Nick from Nick's Unhinged Mechanical Brain, or Numb Knifeworks, maker of the N1 Cornerstone and inventor of the PinchLOK. Thank you for joining us, Nick.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate being here.
Shout out to the members who hung out for the early show. I do want to give a big shout out to Henry G, Marco, and Ground Fog. I know y'all were the first three in the chat yesterday when these went up. It doesn't show me that now, but I did see that yesterday. Mick Ranger in here, member Kripple Krew Wink. We got Bad Beast, member Kripple Krew Wink. Gary Graham, B Shady. What up? Nine Finger Knives. Angelo, Donnie B, Laser Ghost Knives, aka Bless Knives, aka Donzo the Clown. We got Ron Crow from Crow's Blades, member Kripple Krew Inc. William Hornbossel, member Kripple Krew Inc. I love seeing them badass emojis, everybody. We got my brother Mud, member Kripple Krew Inc. What it do this morning? Clint effing Crosby, what's going on? Kelly, what it do, sis? Good to see you. Kurt White, what's up? Mac May, member Kripple Krew Inc. How you doing today? Looks like we are caught up. I do want to thank everybody who watches these streams on the replays, even if you can't join us live. But we are caught up on the hellos. One thing that I did not ask last hour that I saved for this hour is, what's in your pockets right now, Nick? What are you carrying? Let me pop that up real quick and give you the screen. We got a Devo Premium Pony Stout.
This is my pony proto I bought from their Blade Show Atlanta.
Awesome. I was going to ask if that was a proto because of the clip and the inlay.
Yep. Yeah, I think they didn't like the lock access, but works just great for me. I love this thing. So yeah, it's one of my faves. I don't know. I only own probably I don't know 15 or 16 knives. So the ones that I have, I cherish, and I have Devos are definitely one of my favorites. I have a soft spot for those boys.
Yeah, absolutely. The Pony Stout, the OG Pony Stout, was my first Devo, and one that I have always loved. I was gifted from a member of the community I'll grab it right quick, a OG, their first model, the Stout, and being able to get their first knife in the collection. This was an amazing gift. I really love this one too.
I have that exact one.
It's such a good knife, isn't it?
Yeah. I bought it secondary market. I got a hold of one on Blade Binge. Thanks to those guys.
Yeah, Blade Binge is awesome.
It's great. What an awesome. I mean, it was, first of all, they're awesome. Eric is very, very nice.
Yes.
He when I had reached out to him because I was trying to buy a tri-stash on the secondary, and the deal fell through for one reason or another. And he said, well, we've got another drop coming, and he sent me one. Sold me one from that. They're very, very nice people. So it's a great site to have, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's to be able to buy, sell, trade knives safely.
Right.
You know, not just on the Reddit forums where you can get screwed, but where you actually have some type of protection.
Especially for somebody newer to the community like myself. It's a wonderful.
It truly is when you don't have those connections that you can say, hey, I'm looking for one of these. What's up, Titanium Justin? We got Aries EDC. We got Sean Batts popping in. We've got old school rocker Mama Loot. Good morning, Mama Loot. I am having a killer day. I hope you are as well. Folks, we've been talking for the last hour with Nick And we have been able to look at some stuff that we are going to be sharing with you. Thank you, Mick. Crush that like button if you don't mind. We have, of course, the N1 in hand, prototype in hand, with the N7 due in my hands anytime. N2s and N5s coming soon. But I've got some images of the N7 and the N5 that we are going to show. Plus, we got to see some wicked blade shapes on some of his printed samples that we can talk about later. But folks, we've been discussing this awesome PinchLOK, and I don't know how many people in here were at Blade Show West or ordered one of these and have got to experience it. But it just feels right. The double detent works perfectly for all methods of deployment. I know you got comments that these tabs maybe were a little too recessed from somebody. And I think, honestly, I think they're perfect because when I squeeze, I can't depress them. I tried squeezing this and disengaging the blade, and with the depth of the buttons, I cannot accidentally unlock this. I do have to want. It's not hard, but I have to consciously press those in. So I have no issues with the depth on these. All tie version.
more tie than that?
No, he's talking about on the ones that we're gonna see.
Oh, gotcha.
Here, there is a couple of all tie versions. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show real quick that the N7 first.
Please.
And there are 8 versions coming of the N7 this spring. And we are looking at everything from carbon fiber inlays to, yes, you can get all titanium on it, Justin, with the crystal tie. And there is 2 versions of crystal tie, one with DLC. Then we've even got a micarta and multiple types of carbon fiber. You got Arctic Frost, you got the Purple Haze. This looks like a copper dune-ish. Just beautiful colors. But yes, on the N7, you can get full tie with the crystallized tie versions. This one is going to be larger than the N1 we've got right here. And before we get into Kripple Krew questions, I want to show you guys the one that really gave our brother Tristan the pants tent, folks. And that is the N4 prototype. Oh, well, N4 drawing, I should say. The Tonto. And yes, TJ, you'd be looking at a full tie Tonto on the N4. Very cool looking. Here's a really cool exploded view of the lock itself. That is, which blade is that?
That's the N5, actually.
N5. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the smaller, the one that I pulled apart there, just because it was it was on my screen. So.
That makes sense. That's awesome. Looks like we also have some pictures coming into the Kripple Krew's carry that we're going to look at real quick. We got, look at that ABW button lock that our homie BNA, the human cheat code, is rocking. That, I love their milling. American Blade Works does beautiful work.
Gorgeous work.
Kane Miranda. We've got the smock with the meat and bus scales and
the psyop.
The psyop. I've got that exact version right here.
That's a beautiful knife.
Picked this up at Blade Show West, actually, right after, not so long after I talked to you.
That's a spectacular design.
And Kane Miranda's dope Kripple Krew hat showed up. Oh, that looks so good. See, We've got a picture from Baz Beast of his tie, a full tie 80/20, the big boy, with some tie dice. We got a pin. We got the nice flashlight, ray light maybe, and this is a tactile turn, I believe, with that new Voos pry
That
bar.
pry bar.
That Voos pry bar is dope. Those are available now.
That's really cool.
And there's different inlays for them, including an ultimate inlay. You know I got to get it. You know I got to get it. And then Aries EDC showing us what he's been working on, his projects.
Oh, they're beautiful.
I love the pink bloom. That pink bloom is going to be dope. You've gone over 100 knives made now. That is, or over 100 this year. That is awesome, Aries. Henry G. K. Mason, member Kripple Krew Inc. Cicero bought the same hat. Yay, yay. The ABW Magna Cut cuts like crazy. Hell yeah. Of course you can always share, Aries. I don't even know why you ask. You know I'm always going to show it. But I do got to share, my typical belt knife. Today is, I did take her off the belt today because the Tenable Par showed up and I've got to check it out. And I was rocking sheep's foot to go with the N1. But usually, Lagatha, my Aries EDC Spike, is on my belt. This is, I told you, Nick, I'm horny for warnies. And this is that Sayak style warnie with burlap micarta and brass pins. And folks, you guys know and love Lagatha. But we will also soon be seeing her little sister, Caleb's Spike. He sent this in to be checked out by the channel. And his is Nitro V with black and red Kieranite. Just a beautiful job, Aries.
It is gorgeous.
We've got any other spikes? Yes, I was already pulling it out, Caleb. That's Caleb right there. This is his spike. After my log at the review, he fell in love with the Aries spike pattern and ordered one and had it, and he sent it here just so we can do a review on her. I appreciate you, Caleb. Josh, what it do? Kathleen Smith, what's going on? I do want to remind everybody that Aries is almost at 4K, and when he hits 4K, he has a TRM Neutron 2 with beautiful micarta. American made. You guys know this is one of my favorite knives in the world from my favorite American maker. And he will be giving away a TRM Neutron 2 with micarta. So absolutely make sure that you are subbed to Aries EDC, folks, because this is one of the best knives on the market and you can win one for free. Have you checked out any TRM ever, Nick?
I have not. I will have to do that.
Yeah, they're out of Three Rivers, Massachusetts. Les and Marianne Halpern, they started off as a titanium company and they were making titanium parts for other people. And then years ago decided to start making their own knives. And let me just grab a few real quick. My fifth pocket, my holier nerd, is on the way to another reviewer right now, so he can check it out. But yeah, they are my favorite American manufacturer.
Gorgeous knives for sure. I know I've seen them.
And
I didn't know the story though.
Yeah, they're just great people too. Just awesome people to deal with. This one here has the Mike Irie custom hand ground hollow grind. Just amazing knives and cooler people.
The nerve it must take, like the day to say, you know what, let's just do it ourselves. I mean, I so admire, I'm a designer, and I've learned through this process and my prototyping in my garage, I'm a much better designer than I am a craftsman. So I have a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for true craftsmen, and then to take that and say, I'm going to have the balls to just start my own shit. That's crazy. Pardon my language, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Kripple Krew can handle it.
But I think it's just awesome. You know, it's, I'd love to, I tried to do some prototyping here with a CNC expert before we went with Riat, and this guy was amazingly brilliant, and the amount that he knew about CNCing was amazing. But what I learned through the process was I needed somebody that knew about knives, not
Yes.
just CNCing. So,
And it's hard to find here in the States somebody that knows CNC, knows knives, and has the extra capabilities and machine time to run
right,
somebody else's products.
right,
That's one of the biggest problems is most of them, their machines are busy. You
right,
know,
yeah.
well, why? I'm just going to name one name. I'm not picking him for any reason other than what reason does Greg Medford have to pull his knives off of his machines to make somebody else's?
Yeah, right. I think that in order for that to happen, I would have had to have either given up a portion of my patent, or I would have had to have a lot more capital than I had.
Sure.
So my options were somewhat limited on that. But yeah, I think you're right. You have to give him, you have to incentivize. You know, and he's doing a fine job, that's for sure. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's very good at it.
Yeah.
So, but you know, that's as we grow. A USA made PinchLOK would be certainly a dream. I'd like to see it.
Yes, that would be awesome, Mick. A TRM and Numb Knives collab would be awesome. But see, and that's even TRM runs into the same thing because they're only so big. So when they're running their knives, normally they're not running atoms, bulldogs, neutrons, and nerds all at once. They're running a big batch of atoms and a batch of autos or something, but they can't be producing all of their models all the time. And that definitely does make it more difficult for the USA collabs.
Things
But
are
yeah,
changing. I
that
think you're
would be
going to
an
see
awesome
more and
dream.
more. You're seeing, I mean, you know, Ben from NAFs. I mean, they're doing some fixed stuff now in states.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if you were to talk to somebody like Kevin from Devo, he could probably bend your ear for an hour about the difficulties of trying to get some things manufactured.
Oh,
And
easily.
I know. Yeah, they've been trying. I know they have. So
Yes, they have.
okay.
They have been for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aries says, "Wait, you can't do all models all the time." Yeah, definitely. Aries is over 40 patterns now that he makes, and you know, typically 6 to 8 or so a month. But lately, this year, it's been more than that per month, which is crazy, folks. What questions do you guys have about the PinchLOK, the N1, or any of the upcoming knives? We do have multiple blade shapes and sizes coming. You guys know I'm a huge sheep's foot fan. It's my second favorite blade. But y'all know I'm also mad horny for the morning. And I'm going to ask Nick to show
Oh
us
yeah.
that N6 print real quick.
Well, as long as they don't laugh at my remedial.
These are foam prints, folks. These aren't prototypes. These are to gauge shaping and size. You guys know how the
Yeah.
process goes. Yeah, these
So
are.
let me see if I can get some better lighting there. So what I
There
do
we
is I
go.
draw first by hand, and then I go to 2D CAD. Once I'm in 2D CAD, I print and put it in, do some different sizing and comparisons so I can see how they feel in hand. And then I go to 3D modeling from there, and then I transfer. I do all my own 3D work, so I give Riat the files. They cut straight from my files. But with that said, Riat has been, as much as I definitely want to do a USA made version, Riat's been outstanding. I have no complaints about working with Riat. They've definitely added to the design for sure.
I bet they're definitely one of the top manufacturers in the world.
Yeah,
When it comes to capabilities, when it comes to tolerances, when it comes to their engineers and the knowledge that's in house, they are one of the top manufacturers, highest quality that you can find in the world.
They are also extremely good to work. I agree with everything you said. They're also very good to work with. I've been surprised at the ability to work across the world and communicate through language barriers, because we're all dealing in like, their CAD people speak the same CAD language I do. So it's been good, and I think that I have 2 other lots that we're working on with them too. So hopefully we'll have more stuff down the road.
That's really cool.
So
New
yeah,
lots. Dude,
fingers crossed.
can we even get a hint at a name of a lock? Just a hint of a name.
I don't have any names yet. No,
Okay,
I get
okay.
it's no, but it's I'm always thinking. So I've got a couple of other ideas that we're working through right now. One of them I've got some high hopes for. So we'll wait and see.
Folks, I'm just opening this slowly by the mic real quick because I love the sound of this lockout. Check this out. Every time, it just sounds so good with those dual liners. What's up? NFK20 member Kripple Krew. Good to see you. Henry G. Yo, yo. Yeah. And the double detent, and not in the style of a smock, obviously, but it's funny that like double liners is something we hadn't really worked on in this style before. And double detents, because you didn't have the liners, hadn't been done. But when you think about it, it seems like almost, I don't want to say easy, because coming up with it was not. I'm not even saying easy.
No, it is. No, it was.
It just seems like a logical evolution. There we go. It seems like a logical evolution that you would have thought we would have seen prior to 2025. But it took somebody that had a bunch of time on their hands and a need to occupy their mind to come up with this. And folks, I know you guys always ask. We did ask in the early stream, but Lindsay is doing fantastic. She's in Christmas mode right now. But I know you guys are always curious, and Lindsay's doing great.
She is. She's still she's cancer free. She just had her last checkup. She may have to do one more surgery on just more maintenance, but which is not great. But it's kind of old hat for her at this point. So, but she's doing good. She is very fond of Christmas, and it's nice to see her in this mode. So, and my oldest is turning 17, so we've got Christmas and birthday going at the same time, which is crazy. Some of
awesome.
My children have aged, but I have not, which is amazing. But
so, how many kids do you have total, Nick?
Just 2. I have 2 daughters.
Awesome. Awesome. Expensive.
Yeah. I doubt I was much less expensive as a kid, but yeah, they're good. I'm lucky because I like my kids. I have to love them. I think that's the law, but I actually like them as well. So
yeah, that's always a bonus. Lone Star Cowboy, what it do? Checking in from Turkey with the query of the day, the Make Your Own Valona. Hell yeah. Much love to the wifey Lindsay. Awesome, Nick.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I've got a boy that's 23 that just got out of the military, and so did his wife. I will. So did his wife, and they have our $2. Wow, 2-year-old granddaughter. Yeah, definitely not $2. She already expensive. You know, we got to spoil the grandbaby. And just Thursday night, we got to pick up our daughter. She's a freshman in college now, 18. And this is her first visit home since she started in August. So she's home for Christmas break now.
That's always good.
Oh, yeah. We were very stoked about that.
That's good. Yeah, I can't wait till mine leave. It's a true story. This is how my family is. When I was in college and I went to school maybe an hour from where my parents were living at the time, and I was at school for maybe 6 months or 3 months or something like that. And I called my dad and said I was going to come home from the weekend. And my dad said, "Boy, you are home. You're coming for a visit." And I never lived at home again. So I think that what you're doing is great, because as people sometimes don't understand, we're not raising kids, we're raising adults.
Yes.
Kids is this temporary part.
Yeah. It's tough to see them go, but that's our job.
Yeah. But grandkids, my mother said she liked being a grandparent more than she ever liked being a parent. So
sure.
That's awesome. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a blast. I love having a little granddaughter. We keep bugging him to have another, but we're definitely love the one we got. She's a little smart ass. Gotta love it.
That's a fun age too. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, 2 best things I did was somehow convince my wife to marry me and have those kids. So, or 3 best things.
I hear you on that.
Yeah, they keep me straight, that's for sure. But so, how you guys? Is everybody else ready for Christmas?
Oh,
you got all your stuff done?
Somewhat, somewhat getting there.
Yeah.
So, Kripple Krew, what are you guys carrying today? What's in the pockets? Always good to see. Oh, here we go. B Shady was just he was already knowing I was going to ask. Just got the Proto Arctic Fractus. Nice to run with the Proto Stout version 2 and the user Vanguard Mary with the tie dice. Love it. Love it. Yes, Josh, you can give them back when you're done. That's the best thing about grandkids. Oh, Tristan shared his carry on Instagram. Let's pop that up real quick. Oh, looks like Trouble Bunny and Sean also sent us their carry. Let's share those real quick, folks. We'll start with Sean. And Sean Batts is rocking. Look at that Damascus spider go. Damn. That's nutty. We got a couple of Wii's. We got the beautiful Aries EDC Hawk. Love it. I can never remember what this is. I've seen it before, but I can never remember.
A wicked blade.
Yeah, it is. I loved, man. This.
What's that Damascus right next to that Spyderco?
What's that?
The Prybar matches it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Damascus Prybar. Yes, it does.
Yeah. That Prybar is sick.
That's a crazy carry. Yeah, beautiful. Cool. Let's see what his other half, Trouble Bunny's rocking today. She's always got awesome pockets too. We got a Reich Hummingbird. We got an Aries EDC Naked Column, QSPT TPK exclusive Hedgehog, and rocking that AD 20.5. Gotta love it. Woobin, hell yeah. Oh, I like that notepad. Emily made this. She does leather work.
Really? Wow.
That's a beautiful notepad, Emily. Love it, Trouble Bunny. And then we got Tristan here. Oh, got both of his Neutron 2s. The Lizard Skin 3D tie and the Frag tie. Gorgeous TRMs.
Those are beautiful.
Love it. Kripple Krew always has the best pockets. Make a Ranger. Appreciate you, brother. We will give you an N1 acoustic salute right by the mic. Hell yeah. Much appreciated for the super chat. And it was an awesome one-day sellout for the N1 when they dropped. You made his Prybar slip too? That's awesome. That Prybar slip with the Sagaha pattern's gorgeous, Trouble Bunny. It was a CRKT mini buoy. Okay, that makes sense. Rick's Knives, what's up? Folks that don't know, Rick was actually with me at Blade Show West when we talked to Nick. So he was there for that awesome interview.
That awesome interview. That's what he was the first face I looked at afterward when I was embarrassed, and he just went, "That was awesome." I have because I didn't leave the booth much. I didn't grab very many stickers. So on my workbench, or my work table, I still have yours and Rick's. So every time I walk in my office, I see your sticker and Rick's are the first two that I see every time I come in the morning.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it.
That's cool.
Yeah, you were pretty stuck to the booth.
Yeah, well, happily. That wasn't a complaint by any means. So it went by so fast. There was a gentleman that was so kind, reached out afterward and sent me a photo on Instagram, because at one point Gavin Hawk came into the booth and we were looking at my iPad and talking about designs, and I mean, that's kind of starstruck for me, right?
Sure.
And I didn't even think to get a picture. He left and everything, and I never even thought to get a picture. And there's apparently somebody took a picture from the side and sent it to me. I was so grateful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just some wonderful member of the community said, I bet you weren't smart enough to do this, so I did it for you. So that was nice. That was very nice of him.
But you know, and I completely understand, because you know, I talked to I almost forgot to pull out my phone when we were talking, because I was so into the knife. I mean, this was so many people went to Blade Show West with the intention of going to the N.U.M. booth. And I almost forgot to pull out my phone for that moment. I'm still so glad that we caught it. But yeah, you know, I also talked to Doug Ritter, and never got a picture, didn't get him on camera. talked to Ramon Chavez, bought a knife, got him to sign my box, never took a picture.
Oh. Yeah, it was kind that somebody thought of it. It really meant a lot to me that somebody thought to do that. So
yeah, that really is cool.
Yeah.
When you saw the PinchLOK for the first time, it blew your mind. Hell yeah. Nick and I were talking about it before I even went to Blade Show. He was like, "You're going to the N.U.M. booth, right?" Gary Graham carrying that military too, the Urban, the Delica 4, the Tenacious, a Springfield XT9, RT500, and a CRKT Pilar. He is stacked and ready.
I love that Pilar.
I always say, if you never use it, don't talk, but that PinchLOK is easily unlocked when using that knife. Or it's not easy to unlock when you're using it. I have tried. I have squeezed both buttons. Right now, I can make contact in this grip with both buttons if I do it intentionally, and I still, I guess I can if I squeeze them hard enough. But I had to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
If I'm squeezing this using it, watch. I am in my usual position that I would use this in, and I am not worried. I'm putting pressure on the back of that blade right now, and I'm not scared that I'm going to close this on my hand. To do it, I have to make myself squeeze this as hard as I can, and then put my finger on the other button and press it past the scale. So to do it, I have to intentionally do it. If you just push to the scale, it doesn't move. I'm pushed both buttons to the scale, and the knife is still locked out. You have to go in slightly past the scale for it to unlock, BuzzBeast. So and even hitting one button won't unlock it. You know how we can, with a crossbar, a lot of times you can grab one, pull it back, and not worry about both. With this, I can press either button, and it's not going to do anything unless I press both past the scale. So while it is possible, I have to purposely position my hand and then figure out how to press both buttons beyond the scale to close it in grip. So it's not something that I am worried about at all, Baz.
I have a button lock that, here's what I'll say. You have to be aware where your hands are.
Yeah.
So no matter what knife you have, you should, be aware where your hands are, because if you squeeze and you try to get your hands in the right spot, you can definitely find a way to do it. I don't
Yeah.
hold a knife that way, so I had never had a problem with it. I
Yeah.
have a button lock that I can do the exact same thing with.
Sure.
And I can wrap my hands hard enough around it. There, I did it to do that. So without a doubt, this is, um, I think it was more, we looked really hard at how far those buttons should stick out, because they needed to stick out far enough to be fidgety, but not so far where you're causing an issue where you're doing it without knowledge, right? So that's always the rub, is just playing with that, which can be done by changing the springs and things as well.
Sure. That's awesome, Trouble Bunny. You and Sean are going to be working the Wii booth in Harrisburg in February. That's really cool.
That is cool.
Rick's Knives has the Mignana Steel Aurelia full dress in the pocket. Oh, what a gorgeous knife. Yes, forcing a lock to fail is way different than a lock failing. Agreed, Mick. And it's harder to fail than a regular button lock because you have to depress both. So less likely
stronger.
for sure. And it is absolutely stronger than a plunge lock. Like way stronger than a plunge lock. Knives aren't meant to, that's not what they're meant to do. I don't do a lot of spine whacking.
We
But
spine whacked it.
Just showing you folks. It's not a test that I normally do because it's not something that we do with normal in a normal daily use with a knife. But with a new lock, it's always worth just giving it a couple of taps. And it's stronger than a button lock for sure. And literally vault-like.
This will fail the same way any liner lock would fail. Just be based on physics. And it'll fail by sliding off the ramp, just like any liner lock would. If you hit it hard enough, any lock will. But you take a crossbar lock that goes over the tang, and inherently that's this. I won't put this up against a Demko and strength test.
Yeah,
but I'll put it up against any liner lock.
Sure. Or button lock. And you, like you
lock.
say, the geometry is better than a crossbar lock. Absolutely. Is it actually locked down on two sides?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The two tabs pop out and they go where this cutout in the tang is, and they pop right in there. It's hard to see in the knife because it is that the tolerances are so tight, but that's where the tabs are popping into on both sides of the knife. Have a killer day on the edge. Appreciate you hanging out. Trouble Bunny would like to know, I know we talked slightly about this, but besides your knives, what knives do you like to use and carry? Lakeside, what up, homie?
I'm a huge fan of Jesper and box knives. I think that he has an amazing ability. I guess I started getting into it with Jesper's designs, and then came across Devo, and I just fell in love with the knife in your hand. I think the stout is such a wonderful design, and your thumb just slides into that little, what do you guys call it, poon?
The poon.
Yeah.
Drop it right in that poon. My thumb loves a good poon.
Right. And I think that I fell in love with, and then my wife as a gift got me a Kunwu. But I would say more often than not, I carry a smaller knife, if anything. I love my Pony Stout, the Lush. I don't know if anybody got the V2 Lush. I have the V1.
The Lush is a gorgeous knife.
Oh, it's such a
gorgeous
perfect size. I carry that quite a bit. I have a little Giant Mouse. I forgot the name of it.
I had the Ace Riv liner lock, but I That looks like the Ace Riv frame lock.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Ace Riv. That's the ergos on that are amazing. I had the liner lock version. It was a Lynch Northwest exclusive with contoured carbon fiber, and just melt in your hand type knife.
I think our human body is amazing, and what our hands can do is amazing. But something about the way he can make a small knife feel so substantial, and it's like a glove.
Even a
That's
budget
yep.
knife.
Oh,
This is one of the least expensive knives. One of the least expensive decent knives you can get on the market. Now this one has been customized. This was a gift, and this
that's
has a
cool.
copper scale that's been customized by Jimmy Crow. Shout out to my brother War Room for the gift, and shout out to Sis Kelly because she was selling the copper Pilars. But this is a budget knife that is not big at all. Legal in most U.S. jurisdictions. Fits pocket for sure, but it can pull double duty as your daily knife.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
And the Riv is the exact same way, just in a much more premium manner.
Yeah, him and Jens Anzo and the way that they can make the knives kind of just fit is so that's probably was my first love. Was I started researching all Jesper stuff, but I buy knives based upon mechanisms. I bought the Vision FG because I think that was the first knife I bought because Metal Complex said it was a good buy.
Yes, that was for me. That was the number one budget knife of last year, by far. The Super Lock.
Yeah, same one. You and I,
Yeah.
we can
Super
hang
Lock
out.
is such an awesome mechanism.
It is. It's very well designed. It's really smart on how he did it. I wish that they had more super lock mechanisms or knives with the mechanism.
Yes. So this is the Wii Tyro from this year, and this has the Super Lock. This is that Pony Stout size that you like almost exactly.
Oh yeah.
And it has the Super Lock as well, but it's a much shortened Super Lock. Look at it compared to the Vision FG. It's it's all contained in here. And just as good of lockup as the regular
no kidding.
full length Super Lock. This is a cool one that's well worth checking out. I'm not big into speed holes normally, but I like the geometric angles because it goes with the blade cutout. You know, the opposite hardware looks kind of cool to me. And this one has been anodized by Fred the Lug. But yeah, he took the Super Lock and shortened it, just really truncated it, and it still works just as good. Yeah, Super Lock is a fun lock.
The first lock I ever designed and made in my garage was a twist kind of on a Super Lock idea. And this is it's a side button activation, and it has a similar pin mechanism than the Super Lock, but it's a hinged. The mechanism itself has a hinge in it, so it's a little bit different, but it works on a similar basis. But I almost cut my finger off with a table saw. As I mentioned, my craftsmanship skills are terrible, so I don't like the top. So I put a button on the side. But that was the first one I did was based upon his design.
Awesome. Yeah, that's one I haven't seen.
Yeah, nobody's seen this. This is just was one I was messing around in my garage with. So I haven't really done anything. I don't know. I think.
Are there any thoughts about possibly working a production version of that lock?
I don't know. I'm not. I think
because the PinchLOK is doing so well.
Oh no, I'm happy to go for other locks. I think trying to design more locks will be fun. It's more so because I'm really looking at the detent as kind of my thing right now. Is I want to try to come up with locks that have more of that crisp detent and less of the. I mean, the super locks. It's anything that has a crossbar lock style, shark lock, super lock, Any of
Where it's
those.
interacting with the tang of the blade as your detent.
Right. Yeah. If your D10 is just a shape. So because of that, you have to open it a little bit further before you can, it's not trying to draw itself closed. So maybe it's just from so many conversations with Lefty EDC.
And he's a definite detent snob.
He is very much a D10 diva, for sure.
Bellows, what's up? Gatita also, what up, sis? Go ahead. I'm just saying hello.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't have any plans at this point for that one. I've got a couple others that I'm a little bit more excited about at the moment, so we'll see.
Awesome. Folks, we are going to take, because you know that we have the N1 that just showed up yesterday. And one more time, because I said this on the members live, but I want to say it right now so everybody knows. Folks, I got this in yesterday afternoon and I reached out to Nick and I'm like, hey, homie, I'm live tomorrow. And any chance you can join? And then I told him I got 2 lives, a members hour, and then my regular live. Would you be willing to join? And he was like, absolutely, hook it up. So this all came together just yesterday. Take it easy, Mud. Love you, brother. But also on the way into the channel, and will be in hand very soon, is a prototype of the N7. And we are going to take a look at that real quick. One Moon, we'll check out your carry in a minute, my friend. But first, I want to show the 8 variants. So some of y'all said that you wish there's a couple more variants on the N1. Well, check this out. For the N7, we are going to have 8 variants, and we're going to hide this, and we're going to zoom in and start off at the top. But all of them have the beautiful milled tie bolsters. I really like that we've got the thumb stud and a bit of a fuller for flicking. We have different fat carbons or camo carbons, as well as crystallized tie, 2 crystallized tie variants, including a DLC, and these will be satin DLC. We've got a micarta variant even, which looks fantastic. But to me, and I know Be Shady going to be all about the purple haze with the perps, and I think that's gorgeous, but it might just be Arctic Frost for me. I don't know. They all look so damn good. Which ones do you guys think look the sexiest? But these 8 should be available this spring. Somebody's saying they're loving this teal. This spring through Blade HQ. And this time we're going to have 8 variants. And hopefully you guys will have a little bit more of a chance to get in on one. Also, we've got some images just showing how the front flipper has been updated for the N7. But check this out. Another upcoming N.U.M. knife. This is the N4 Tonto. We've got to see some amazing shapes today. Pretty soon, I'm also going to ask him to show us the N5, of course, because he's got a print in one of them's. Here's a blown up version of the N5, though, folks. If you wanted to see the internals, these are our lock tabs on either side. Then you've got, this is the liner that goes around it that's in either side and both scales. And really, you can see the N1 exploded on the N.U.M. Knives website. And it's crazy in its simplicity. And yet works so well. One Moon rocking that full tie amphibian. He's got the USA made Axial V3 Warney, and he's been collecting tools to start making his own blades. It looks like this is going to be a pattern he's going to attempt to make foist. Like it. I like it. Let me get rid of this little share. Boom. Yeah, Tonto is so freaking sick. I'm getting that. Blue carbon and teal tie. One word, hot. Yay, that blue black. Emotionally invested in the purple haze. We got teal, we got purple haze. Josh says 1 and 2. I knew. See, Perps and Arctics for B Shady. Yay. Take it easy, Nick. Rick, have a great day, homie.
See you, Rick.
Wifey gonna want that teal. Yes. So folks are definitely liking the looks of the N7. And I have handled the prototype at Blade Show West briefly, but we'll have one in hand soon so that we can show you guys. As well as...
And you're last, so hang on to it for a bit. Just keep it for a couple weeks and try it and use it.
I appreciate that. Am I last on this one too? No, I'm not. No,
I don't. That's Kev.
No. I just realized I know the path of this one. I already know who it goes to next. We're good. So this one we'll keep this one for right at a week to get a good feel for it, and then I'll send it out. But I have Nick told me to drop it in the pocket and start using it, and I have been. Wyoming, what's up, Sheila? Member Kripple Krew Inc. Good to see you. Saturday live stream has moved to a new time, 2 p.m. Pacific. Hell yeah, Ron Crow. Don't forget, folks, you can always drop your links during the live stream for any upcoming lives, or even just a link to your channel if you're trying to get more followers. This community will definitely support you. Also, the N.U.M. Knifeworks YouTube currently has just over 300 followers, I believe, when I looked at it yesterday. Let's get some follows for the N.U.M. Knifeworks Instagram and YouTube accounts. I know the Instagram account is the one that's doing better, but let's give them a follow on both for sure. Yeah, Caleb, it's such a dope knife. What were you going to say?
I was laughing because you had made a comment about, do you want to stream this on your YouTube channel? I think my response was, I have a YouTube channel. So I so appreciate being able to come in and talk in yours, because I clearly don't know how to use mine.
No worries at all. No worries. I'm just glad that we were able to get together and take a look at these awesome knives.
I so appreciate the opportunity, you know that. So this is, and my family, if I say to my family on a Saturday, hey, I have to take 2 hours and you guys won't be able to deal with my stunning personality for 2 hours, they're usually jumping at that. They don't mind not me being locked in the office for 2 hours.
Yeah, I have moved to where I do 3 live streams per week, because Saturday has always been Tuesday was my original. I've always done Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific. And then I was looking for a weekend spot, and G-Ball he's always been one of my favorite channels. G-Ball used to be in this time slot, but he moved to evening. And when he moved to evening, I was like, okay, next week I'm taking it. And I've had Saturdays since then. And then we do a Thursday night, my brother War Room and I. And each time I've added another live to my schedule. Yeah. Mrs. Deadly doesn't seem to mind me going in the office for a while at all.
That's funny how that works, huh?
Thank you, Blue. Dropping that N.U.M. Knives Instagram link. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I couldn't do what you do. I think that people underestimate how hard it is to talk in front of a camera, or with your hands in front of a camera for an hour and actually make people pay attention. It's a talent I do not possess, clearly, so I appreciate it very much.
When I started, this channel has grown well beyond even my wildest expectations. Never did I think people were going to want to listen to me ramble on about knives or hang out in live streams and I got to say that this community has been so awesome. They've been with me through my growing pains because I knew nothing about creating content. I didn't even have an Instagram account prior to deciding to start the channel. And they have definitely been with me through a lot of growing pains. And I couldn't appreciate the community more.
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason why people watch stuff that interests them. So it's keep up the good work, man. It's like I said, I admire you guys that can do it. You and KC and Lefty and I think Brian Edmondson and T's 2 Cents. I love this little pass around group. I think we're getting going here.
Yeah,
Rob's Nerdy Knives. I've really enjoyed watching his stuff lately. There's so much
Rob's
great content.
Rob's a great dude.
He really is.
But there really is so many great channels now. And that's one of the reasons that everybody knows that they can always drop their links during my live streams, is because I think that the internet is definitely big enough for all of us.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool seeing what each person brings to the table. Yes, that is his Instagram or his YouTube account. That's the correct one. Bluminati. I just doesn't sound like he's using it much. So
not a whole lot.
Instagram is the way.
Yeah.
Yes, this community absolutely is kind to newcomers, and it does support members. Absolutely none for now. I have to agree.
Yeah, there's somebody usually will post on Instagram kind of a calendar for the day.
Knifetube schedule. Knifetube schedule, also known as Scott Norton, My Knife Journey. He posted under his My Knife Journey and the Knifetube schedule account. I thank that dude weekly because there's no way to keep this straight without him.
It's great. I stumbled across it on, I think, KC's feed, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then now I've seen it 100 times, right? But the first time I didn't even know about it. So it was great. And
he is on it. Like, we just added the members only hour. That was on today's Knifetube schedule. He had already updated it this past week on Thursday, because we were going to go pick up the Deadly Daughter. We ran the TNT episode 2 hours early, and I didn't even have to tell him that we had changed the time. He changed it on the schedule.
Wow.
Like, the dude is amazing.
That's great.
It cannot keep straight without Scott. Oh, show. Stronk Knives. I'm not familiar with Stronk Knives, Wyoming. Someone sent you a knife they sent you a knife to review. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna look at Stronk Knives real quick, see what it pulls up. Stronk, very Stronk is their website. Gallery. Oh, okay. They're interesting for show. We're going to share this screen real quick. Okay. Very purpose-driven little fixies. Be a great skinner. Okay. Interesting. No, I'm not familiar, Sheila. But how's the NAF? Nope, haven't heard of it, but how is it? Yeah, it looks like a great skinner. And there is the Knifetube schedule. Appreciate that, Brother Blue. So, we know that the next knife, folks, is the N7. And coming after the N7 will be the N2, and N5 will be the next two. And I know we have a foam print of the N5, right? Do we have one of the N2?
I don't have, I don't have a foam print, I think, of either of those. I don't think.
Oh, we saw something of the N5.
No. Oh, hang on. I might have the
Maybe it was the drawing that we saw.
Oh, I do have the 2. There's the 2. You saw the 5 in the drawing, but that's my foam cutout of the 2. So the 2 is inlaid.
All right. I like it.
Different pocket clip. So this is old.
Yeah. So it's not the wire clip now.
No. Same Same titanium clips I've been using. So the N5 and the N2 both have rear flippers as well. I think they might have front and rear. Like I said, I should probably know this stuff, right?
Don't forget to check out the Bluminati Dojo for that awesome gear, folks. Yeah, and then the N5 will be pretty much a pony stout sized knife for a little bit smaller one, folks. And then the N7 and N2 are both going to be larger than our N1 Cornerstone.
N3. It's confusing, isn't it? That's why, see, it makes me feel better because I'm not the only one that forgets. So there's the 3 and the 6, and I'll put it next to a 1 so we can kind of see. Does that work? I can't even see my own face.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, definitely larger. There we go.
There.
Look at that poon on that N3. Love it. But you guys know I'm also bout it on that horny for Warney N6. Look at that Warney, folks. Loving it. We've got some awesome designs coming with the PinchLOK. Yes, Mick.
Ultimate Lays.
Mick, I hit him up on that during the early hour as well. We talked about my slight attraction to Ultim. And so one of the things that we also talked about is he is looking at possible. This is, again, folks, this is all possible future, maybe happens. But possible licenses of licensed designs with other brands that you're familiar with that make more budget oriented, less than $100 knives. The ones that we've been looking at now are all Riot. So all done by one of the best manufacturers in the world. But he is looking at possibly licensing some designs with other companies that would get us access to less expensive handle materials such as G10s, micartas, and hopefully Ultim. Because I know, Mick, you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. I want to see the mechanism at work. And that's one of the reasons I love Ultim. The poonin' got me swooning. We love that poon. Slight attraction. Ultim has a restraining order on DVD. I like the smoothness below the hand, on the handle below the pivot on the 3. Yay. Yep, K Mason. I figured it was going to be brought up because it was. Everybody's curious. Obviously, for a Riot made knife of this caliber, $350 is definitely a fair price. It is a well-priced knife. But absolutely, he would like to find ways to bring sub $200 knives, and would be great to have this in the budget world as well. That is all down the road, but yes, it's all stuff that he is looking at. He can't tell us too much, obviously, yet, because it's all none of it's locked in yet. But one thing that I can say, what's up, D-Con? Good to see you. Is that if you are looking at budget collabs, Kubi, Concept, and Tenable have been doing some of the most amazing work in the budget world this year. And I know you can't say anything, but I believe Kubi could be a killer partner for something like this, but so could Tenable. Concept's budget line could really nail it. But I could see, folks, tell me you couldn't see a Kubi or a KB, a little bit more premium on that sub $200 line, a KB N.U.M. collab. Y'all know you could see that working out well. Dylan Mallory of Mallory Designs. What up, my man? How are you? Folks, the Hadros 2.0 is almost here, and it is looking good. Matter of fact, I'm going to show Nick. I'm going to pull up Dylan's Instagram and show that Hadros H2O real quick. Let me find it. Here it is. Beautiful bolster lock. These are on the way, folks. Coming soon. Kickstarter is under review for the Hadros 2.0. Such a clean looking knife.
That is.
Awesome design, Dylan. Oh, Trouble Bunny sharing her for her purse setup, folks. We don't normally get this in the chat. Let's look at Trouble Bunny's purse setup. She got the backup. You gotta have the coins. We got the tweezers. You've got to have band-aids and Neosporin. I gotcha. Multiple fire sources. We got knives. We got pliers and scissors. Oh, what a great setup. Trouble Bunny is ready to go. Like it. Folks, don't forget, if you want to share your chat, your carry with the Kripple Krew, you can always share it to my Instagram. So we have seen, folks, the N1 with the sheep's foot, the N7 big belly drop point. We've seen a beautiful pruned drop point on the N3, Tonto on the M4, horny for warning on the M6, N6. So I gotta ask, which one are y'all excited about the most? I'm curious, which one of those blade shapes, which one of those profiles? I know it's hard to judge a profile, but which one's got you going? You know me, folks. I'm all about that warning. But this sheep's foot, when he's able to get back around to another run on the N1, folks, do not sleep on it. We've got plenty of room for a full 4-finger grip behind that finger guard. Choke up, and we've got a poon. And then this jimped double poonage, this jimped scoop right here, just locks you in. Then you've got that hollow grind. Oh, hell yeah. Dylan Mallory likes the N7. that Warney, who needs a girlfriend. Lakeside likes the sheep's foot. D-Kong's horny for the Warney. Yay. Like it. So many knives missing the finger guard. You know, I'm not always bad about it on a finger guard, but when it's done well, it is awesome to have. If I've got a good finger guard, I personally want a choil to get ahead of it. And this one, that choil, you guys know, just like you, well, I know some of you guys are using knives at your job. A lot of us are opening other knives or Amazon packages. And this jimped area, this choil, perfect for a package grip. Like, this utility grip is so money. N7 and N1 for K Mason. N7 and the N4 for Tristan. I knew you'd be all of that. You'd be all over that Tonto. Sounds like we've got some real excitement for these upcoming designs, my friend.
Oh, that's very kind. They're very different, so I think that what you're going to see is dipping my toe in. I don't know that I have a style, so I'm still trying to find my groove, maybe. But sure is fun.
D-Kong, this is Nick from Numb Knives. Nick's unhinged mechanical brain, Numb Knifeworks. And he is the designer of the PinchLOK. And what this is, since It has been a little bit since we actually described it. This is a double liner lock. Best way to describe it. You have 2 liners in here, 2 detent balls. This lock has balls, or this knife has balls. You got 2 detent balls for a beautiful, crisp break every time. And then we have these tabs that control our liners, and both have to be depressed slightly past the scale to release the lock. So we've got twice the lockup of a liner lock, way more strength than, say, a plunge lock or anything like that. But the fidgetiness of a plunge lock or a crossbar. So, yeah, this is the PinchLOK D-Kong. And all of the prototypes that we have been looking at today are going to be rocking this. He looks better than Jim.
I got to hang up and look up Jim.
Jim Skelton Blade Works. Great dude.
Gotcha.
Great dude. Also,
Obviously,
he's also one with the the light colored beard we be rocking.
Yeah. Used to not be light colored, but it's moving fast.
Yes, it did. Yeah, once it changes fast. What's up, Cat Scratch? Good to see you, homie. Mick's asking if you wouldn't mind telling the story about Cat Scratch. Oh, hey, we've got somebody that has one. Cat Scratch grabbed one of the during the live stream. That's right. I remember you saying it during the live stream because we were live when these dropped, and so we were definitely talking about it the entire live stream.
It's not worth looking up.
Oh, love it.
I promise neither am I.
But do you mind sharing again the story of how this became?
How this became was my wife a couple of years ago was diagnosed with breast cancer, which she beat. But during her extensive battle, I spent a lot of time in waiting rooms and recovery rooms and things, and I got hooked watching YouTube videos of started with Metal Complex and then rolled into all the different channels and just fell in love with it and was looking for a hobby during a time when I needed to get my mind elsewhere. I'm an architect by trade. I design buildings and aquatics and things, and looking for a hobby. So I started modding some knives, and that wasn't really doing it. So I bought a cheap CNC machine off Amazon and started cutting some designs and made this little pretty cool designs are better. I made this G10 prototype in my garage, and as people have heard me say numerous times, this is literally held together with super glue and parts of like paper clips, but it's the original proof of concept, I guess, if you will, and it's external springs. But believe it or not, this stupid thing still works. So I went from here. I bought a more expensive Amazon CNC and started working in steel. And I made this. And then I went from that to that. And this was the last one I made in my garage. I sent this to Colin Maison-Pierre from Devo Knives. And Colin said, "That's great. You made a knife and it works, but now we could probably make something that we can sell." They hooked me up with Riot, who made my very first prototype. So this was the first prototype that Riot put together. It's a little different. There's no internal screws, no internal hardware. This one's all external. We added that. The buttons are quite a bit different in how they stick out. You have to push these quite a bit further, and they actually kind of hurt your fingers. So we made a lot of changes to the buttons and things from here. And then from here, that went to the production, and we ended with that.
That's so awesome.
It's the production version. Riot, like I said, they really added.
Here, let me give you back that screen and put them next to each other.
Yeah, that's the original proto against the final. So they're it's quite a bit different how they internally they're a bit different. So, but they both work. So that's kind of, I mean, it's really from there. I got really, really, really good advice from some very smart people, like the guys from Devo Knives, top of the list for sure. Ben from Jack
From
Wolf
Nats.
Knives.
Oh, Ben from Jack Wolf.
Ben from
Good
Jack
dude.
Wolf gave us, when we were at Blade Show Atlanta, he really talked to us about, great, now you've got something that works. What are you going to do next? And it was kind of a come to Jesus thought, process for me of like, oh, wow, we never really considered what to do after this. So it's amazing to see that your community is great, and the enthusiasts and the members, but also the manufacturers and the designers always trying to help each other and push each other forward. Is just so cool.
There's not a lot of gatekeeping.
It's
and
like
that's
said,
what's awesome. People want to see others succeed.
Yeah, it's that old, what is it? The raising tide raises all ships, or something
Raises
like
all
that.
ships. Yep.
Yeah. But I think that's easy to say. It's not always followed in practice. A lot of people talk that big talk, but to see it actually happening, like I said, Ben from NAFS as well, he wrote a great article for anybody that's ever looking on how to be a knife designer and the different ways that you can do it versus, do your own designs or doing fee-based designs or working for the company, things like that. So there's really good information out there. Sorry. There's some great information out there. And like I said, I got lucky and talked to the right people, I think, and got some really good advice.
That's awesome. Cat Scratch, which version did you get? Did you get this one here? Did you get the all silver, or did you get the DLC? The DLC. I mean, these look great, but that DLC really gave me a pants tint. I'm talking circus style, not pup tint.
Kind of, as for what it's worth, on responding to Mallory Designs, there's a great program for anybody that's listening, that's looking to, if you ever wanted to try doing any of this 3D stuff in CAD. There's a program out there that I found. I'm not affiliated with it at all, but it's called Shaper, SHAPR 3D, and you can run it on a Mac, a PC, or an iPad. And it's much less expensive and easier to use than Fusion, which is what everybody uses for.
Fusion 360 is what a lot of people are using.
Yeah. So I've offered to show. I've been trying to corral Colin from Devo because I want to teach him how to use it, and he wants to learn. We're just trying to find time, but there's some really good cheap software out there as well that you can get these days. So
that's good to know. Lakeside, this is the tenable par. This just arrived yesterday for me to review, and I'm going to say, when I told you guys on Tuesday that one of my top 5 budget fixed blades of 2025 was going to be the Kaiser Phasmids. However, because of the negatives that I said on the Phasmids, the couple things I didn't like, man, this tenable par is absolutely replacing the Kaiser Phasmid in that top 5 video that'll be coming out soon. One of the biggest reasons is, it's on my belt, is the sheath. Taco sheath instead of the pancake on the Phasmid makes a huge difference to me. Plus, we have contoured scales that just make the tenable par even more comfortable. These are really well priced, Lakeside, and on the Tenable website, code DBD saves you 10%. But 14C contoured micarta that is very comfortable, and for me, this utility grip is where it's at. Right here. Yeah, this just came in yesterday. It's a Jonathan Styles design, and I decided to rock a sheep foot Saturday because of the N1. So we also had the Xandros from Paramonster. I told you guys I would let you know when these came back in stock. I put up a video, short yesterday. These are back in stock and only $180 right now during the Christmas sale after code DBD for titanium and S90V.
Wow.
Great
They got some
roller style frame lock that even with the smooth tie, I can hit the reach around. Yeah. These are back in stock. They sold out immediately on their first drop, but I told folks I'd let them know when they're back. So that's part of the carry today, as well as the awesome N1. Speaking of, there's my knife journey. What it do, my man, keeper of the knife tube schedule. We was talking about you earlier. Member Kripple Krew, how are you doing, my man? Yeah, why better sheath Lakeside? I absolutely on fixed plates, especially EDC style, always prefer a single piece fold over taco style because I don't need a million lash points on a small fixie. This one is two pieces of Kydex with multiple lashing points, which makes it a lot bigger. It doesn't fit nearly as well in the pocket, which is where I have been carrying this. I'm carrying this in my, you can carry this with the clip on the belt or in the pocket. It just, I always prefer a smaller taco style sheath.
It's like a huge difference between the clips too.
Yes. Now the Phasmids does come with a smaller clip that you can use for a belt or a pocket, but I like the one on this better. And yeah, a mini tack lock is way too big for this style of knife. I mean, the sheath does not need to outweigh the knife. But that's why I think the sheath is better Lakeside. Yeah. Front flipper is definitely better than rear flipper. I agree with that. But I know there's a lot of folks that don't agree that the front flipper is better than a rear, and we do have a couple of the N.U.M.B knife models coming with rear flippers. Let me see if I remember right. Let me see if I get it right. the N3 and the N. Hold on, not the N3 and the N5 have flippers.
Close, 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Okay, 2 and 5 have flippers.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate everything that you do, My Knife Journey. We appreciate you, Scott.
Oh, absolutely. I was complimenting
Nick was talking about earlier how your schedule is what helped open up this community to him. So definitely appreciate you.
That's great.
It's Dog One. What's going on, and welcome. Welcome to the stream. I don't believe I've seen you here before. We are currently talking with Nick from N.U.M Knives about his brand new knife brand with his brand new knife lock, the PinchLOK. And man, you guys, I think it's been quite obvious. I can't stop fidgeting with this damn thing. I haven't set it down really to fidget with anything else. Typically on a live stream, I end up pulling out at least 40 knives because people talk about stuff, we flick stuff, we look at stuff, and I'm flicking dozens of knives during a live stream. And I can't stop playing with this, Nick.
Yeah.
Not only that,
go ahead.
I was just saying, not only that, so far, I just got it yesterday. I've only cut a couple of things, but it's so fun to use too, especially right here.
That's where I spend most of my day on that knife, is up in that choil like that. So, but I think that there's something about it's just intuitive, right? You know, it's not hard to figure out how to use it, and you just that's why it becomes so fidgety. You just I can do it without thinking about it anymore.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It just
So
squeeze. It's just it. I mean, we've all developed to be able to use
right.
crossbars pretty easily, and this is even easier. I agree, Scott. The blade shape, this sheep's foot, is one of my favorite EDC shapes because we've got the low tip for detail work. We've got a little bit of belly if you need it, and ergonomic dream.
There's some Devo influence in there. I think you can see.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm going to grab one real quick that I know you have, but that is very high on my personal grail list. Oh, actually, I'm not. It's in her purse. I was going to show Mrs. Deadly's tall boy. I don't have a tall boy. It's on my grail list. But when Mrs. Deadly saw War Room EDC's tall boy, he had the purple and satin version. And that became the first knife she ever told me that she's like, I want that knife. Like I understand what grail knife means now. She's like, I understand.
Yeah.
And so I was able to, when they dropped the V2s, I was able to do some buying and horse trading and get around back to a V1 and got her the one she wanted. So she has a Devo tall boy. And then at Blade Show West is where the bug really bit her. I think we spent more money. No, I know we spent more money at Blade Show West on her collection than we did mine. And I had a blast doing that.
That's
Lou,
right.
what it do, Lou? Good to see you, homie. But I know she was a big fan of the N7.
Yeah, I think that the N7, one thing that you'll notice that I'm sure you remember, but that it's just a completely different access to the button.
It is.
Yeah, it's much more scalloped. So the experience of squeezing the buttons is very different. So we really scooped it in quite a bit.
Yeah, this is the N7, folks. This will be the next N.U.M. model to drop this spring with Blade HQ. And we're going to have 8 variants, everything from crystal tie inlays to micarta to fat carbons. 3 DLC versions. It looks like we've got satins and stone washes and beautiful milled tie bolsters. And the button really does feel different on the N7. I will have one in hand soon to show you guys, one of the protos. So I'll be able to show you the difference in the buttons. But this one right here is going to be the one she wants. That's the one right there. If you remember, her first question for you was, are you going to make a purple one?
Yeah, I do remember that actually. I think we should anodize that. We'll have to anodize one for so yeah, we'll customize one or something. But yeah, that's we're excited for the I think the 7, like I said, that's why we're waiting to do any type of relaunches on the N1 would be I want to get a couple models under our belt and see what people say about the newer models and if they still want an N1 after that.
That makes sense. I think they will, though, by the
I
way.
hope so.
This is the N4 on screen currently, folks. Another one that is in the works. This one's farther up the pipeline, but still on the way. The Tonto. The PinchLOK, it's going to work with all of them. And I think people are going to fall in love with it once they get it in hand. It sure seemed like it at Blade Show West.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, absolutely. It's been very nice the receipt we've gotten. It's been overwhelming if anything. So because it's just pure luck that I stumbled across it. So. Yeah, we could do an Ultimate M7. I might have to.
That would be the one I'd be about it. What's the blade length on the N7? Roughly?
The N7. Oh, it's gosh, it's a little over 3, I think, for the blade length. Or the cutting edge is just over 3, and the blade length is 3.25, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying
about
to
a
remember
7.5 inch knife.
Yeah, it is. It's just over 7.5, I think.
Perfect. Baz Beast, great to see you, homie. Have a great rest of your night. Always appreciate you checking in from the Netherlands, my friend. Damn you and your Tonto shape.
It's expensive to no neck, yeah.
Mrs. DBD has expensive taste that are going to send my man Deebs rocketing to the poorhouse. Oh, I love that knife, fabulous, which is a word that escaped my man filter. I'm not going to read that one out loud, Cicero. But
I have to go rent a truck, apparently.
Ultimate N7 is all me. The N1 is my choice for knife of the year 2025, says Cat Scratch.
That's very kind.
And Cat Scratch, yeah, I might be agreeing with you. My knife of the year video will be out soon. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but
there's such good stuff out there.
Man, this year, the last few years have been nuts, but this year,
yeah, it's fun to see.
Some companies have really stepped up. I can live in Lou's shed after I'm done buying her collection.
Have you seen the protos for the small boy?
Yes.
That looks sick.
I can't wait.
That looks sick.
I also know that not only do I need one, but Mrs. Dabney's gonna want a small boy for sure.
You're gonna be buying that in a pair.
Yes.
They should come his and hers. You gotta tell Debo to do his and her models. But yeah, I'm excited to see that one too.
Yeah, KC's got some awesome models coming too. That Tornado is going to be a fire little knife.
What's the integral one? Is that the Tornado, the integral?
No, the integral is the KB Zephyr.
Yeah. No,
that's a gorgeous knife. We'll pull that up and look at it real quick. Yeah, this came out looking so good. We'll share that real quick. This is the one he's talking about, folks. The KB Zephyr Integral.
Yeah. But that's not the one he's got dropping right. I love that.
This one did drop. The one that's coming next is the Tornado.
Yeah, the Tornado. Okay.
The smaller one.
That's a perfect use of speed holes.
Right. And it's funny, that he didn't want speed holes on it.
They did it for weight reduction.
Kubi did it.
Yeah.
And to me, I hate speed holes typically, but that doesn't look bad to me.
That one doesn't. It's on an integral. How else are you going to do weight reduction?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
So there's a that's how I like design. There's a reason why they do it. Well, they did it for a reason. So.
Fred the Lug, what it do, my man? Recently back from his Japan travel. Good to see you, homie. We're just
make the night faster.
We're chatting with Nick from Numb Knives about everything that he's got going on right now, Fred. Fred is the one, we were just talking a little bit ago about the Wii Tyro with that truncated super lock. Yep. Yeah, he's the one that did the anno on this. This was a black knife originally. Now it's got teal and purple and gold. Just looks dope.
Yeah.
But Yeah, what really interested me the most about this knife was the short super lock. Not
Yeah, I
something I
did.
was expecting after seeing, and having the vision for over a year. How do you say where's the toilet in Japanese? Of course, Lou needs to know. My son and I spoke with you at length before you came out with the Cornerstone. Was hoping to get a preview on the next ones. Yeah,
I
yay.
have to get him in the N7 loop.
I'm gonna pop the N7 shots up real quick. This one is the next one that will be at the channel, Fred, and the next one that will be in production. The N7, more of a 7.5 inch, just slightly over knife, with 8 beautiful variants. That'll be the next prototype to land here at the channel very soon. And we also got a preview here of the N4 Tonto. Really excited to see that. Yeah, I knew this is a knife that would interest Fred. Fred's into custom folders, but he
I've seen
also
Fred's.
loves his collection's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just loaned a bunch of it to Everyday City Carry, right?
Yes.
And so I've been watching the
And Sever 7 has a bunch.
yeah, Rob had the N7. He has one of the N7s. He just I think he just sent it off.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a video up on it right now. You can
Yeah.
you can watch his video. Matter of fact, I recommend that you check out his N7. Have you weight tested the PinchLOK to see how it rates compared to other lock types? I'm gonna guess
Not,
not, because I don't think
not
that's really what he's going at. I don't think you're going at trying to attack the Shark Lock or the Triad or anything when it comes to the strongest lock on the market. Correct?
no, I haven't. When you say weight tested, you're are you talking about putting it on a machine and pulling down on it? No,
Yeah,
we've done some
pulling down on
spine.
the blade.
Yeah, I had we talked about it with Blade HQ, and we were going to at one time, and I kind of decided to hold off because I'm not trying to I don't think that that's our wheelhouse, is to try to see that we're going to be the strongest lock out there. We did have one of the guys that's testing it for us just beat the snot out of it, both with one button pushed in and one like with both locks engaged and with only one.
Yeah,
And it's pretty strong. And like I said, it'll fail the same way a liner lock would. Eventually, you can beat it enough where it's just you're dealing with angles, so you can slide off a ramp. So I don't know that again. We're shooting for stronger than a liner lock and a button lock, but I'm not trying to position ourselves up against the Demco.
yeah. Now this has plenty of strength, but it's more for ease of use and just being something that feels natural and getting that extra strength.
One of the
Because
ones we're working on will be stronger. We've got some ones that we did our fidgety one, so we might try for something stronger with one of our other designs.
maybe something a little on that overbuilt side. What it do, Robo? Yeah, I know you got to be careful as to what's said.
We'll put it this way: we're hoping to be around for a minute. That's the goal. Is we're really enjoying the community and the people and so we're going to kind of keep doing that.
I
So,
have a
and the goal
feeling.
again with the goal with the N7 is to get the price. If we can get it down, I'm like to get. I'm hoping to get close to 300. That's the goal.
Yeah,
So, and like I said, it's kind of going opposite because the N7 cost is up, but from the N1. But I think that was a reasonable yeah, their price isn't terrible, but it could be better, and I think that's what we want to do.
When I look at the design of the PinchLOK, being an engineer, I'm looking at two separate frame locks working on the same blade simultaneously, so you would think it'd be extremely strong. It sure feels it. I do think it's going to take a little more to fail than a regular liner lock, obviously, but it's still possible.
It did.
Now, what's up, Sever? What's up, Robo? Good to see you guys. Sever7, I just had his prototype here for a couple of weeks. He's got his first design with Katuo coming out, the
Sweet.
Usurper. And I got to be the first person to review his prototype, which, thank you again, Sever. It still means a lot to me.
That's cool, man.
And I just shipped that back to him. That was a hard one to get rid of, just like this one's going to be a hard one to ship out.
Oh. I'm excited to see you, because it'll be neat if you can have both the N1 and the N7 at the same time. I think that'll be interesting.
I'm hoping, unless, it's holiday mail. We never know.
I know, right? Yeah, I know.
But I'm hoping that it'll show up before I have to send this out at towards the end of the week. We shall see. Because I would love to have them both here at the same time.
Yeah, that would be. I'd love to hear your feedback if you had both at the same time. I think that would be good.
She gets Stasa to beat up on it. Stasa does some awesome knife testing. Stasa was one of my very first channels that I ever followed and has always been one of my mains.
He was, I would say he was one of the first 5 that I started watching.
Yeah, he was one of my first 5.
I like his story. I think he's had a hell of a, he's overcome some shit.
Yes. His story and the name of his channel. I mean, Stasa 23 Knife Therapy. It helped during my issues with my mentals when I was, became disabled at a young age. And his story, it's inspiring. And it's like, okay, there is something that you can do productive and fun still and fill your time and have that interaction with folks. And it's a huge reason that I even have a channel.
That's great. I mean, I think that it's really neat to see how you guys all promote each other and push each other. You're a great example for the community doing the same thing. And I've always said, if you guys ever figured out how much power you had, if you guys all got together, you can just drive this, the knife community wherever you want it to go. There's so much. Well, there's so much tie-in between the YouTube community and the knife community, in my opinion.
There is,
and it's a wonderful. I hate to use the old. What's the term that they always used to say in the
rising a rising
fusion
tide
or fusion of energy or whatever, what
I
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. For what, synergy. There we go.
That's the word.
Yeah. I was trying to find that 1999, 2002 word. I was trying to pull it out.
Synergy. You nailed it. That's the exact word I was thinking of. But it really is. I mean, it's it's a really neat kind of give and take with it, and it's neat to see people like Metal Complex and Neves doing designs, and obviously Lefty and those guys. And I think Brian Edmondson's got something coming out. I'm excited.
Very sexy coming.
He showed me a picture of that at Blade Show Atlanta, and it's still locked in here a little bit. And I'm old, so a little bit, but I'm super excited for him.
Yes. Yeah, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous knife.
It's gonna be. So yeah, I think, like I said, it's a real neat crossover between the two of them. So I appreciate it. I don't think you see this in every industry.
No, and nor in most other YouTube communities.
Is that true? Yeah.
It's. I mean, even cordless hole punch. Spitting freedom seeds. Even that community is not as welcoming, as open as this community. A lot more jerks. A lot more. I the knife community is really its own unique world that people from all over come together and only care about the blades.
Oh, I think you'll care about other people a lot.
Well, I mean,
No, I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean.
none of the external BS that you deal with elsewhere.
Yeah, I've seen, even in the small time I've been in it, I've seen some stuff that's pretty impressive. It's, I just hope I'm not the one that somehow is the spoils the punch, if you will. So
I
it's not
doubt
me.
that. I doubt that. Especially checking these out. Oh, yeah. I think I have a feeling. You said the goal is to be around for a while. I don't see you going anywhere.
I hope not.
Not only based off of what I have already handled, but even just based off of what I know of this community's support for you and Lindsay.
No, we're gonna pay that forward.
Like, people genuinely give a damn.
Yeah, she's a badass. So she definitely is she's gonna be great in the community. She won't spoil the punch.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're planning on being in Atlanta this year.
Yeah, we already have our booth.
Sweet.
So,
Are you doing any of the other ones like Texas or West or?
We don't know. Right now, we're focusing on Atlanta because we're hoping to get either the N2 or the N5 to have at the show. So
Oh, that'd be great.
We're working through our drop schedule with Riot right now. I mean, we've mapped it out for the next year. So we're hoping to have something in Atlanta. Whether or not we go, I would think we'd go back to West for sure. I don't know about Texas or not yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been. I see. This year's West was my first knife show.
Was it?
And I will be at Atlanta this year. Good. For sure. I would love to be at Texas, but I just don't think it's going to work for me this year. My first edition is actually dropping at SHOT Show next month in Vegas, but I'm not going to end up being in Vegas for that. But yeah, sometime between January 18th. What's up?
Okay. Back the train up and start that all again. What are you dropping?
Yeah. So my first, I'll grab Barra Monster knives. They've been around for 25 years as an OEM and 3 as their own brand. And they were the first premium company to work with my channel back when I only had 200 subscribers. And it's the only company that has sent me every model they've made. I have every Monster. When they release, I get them first. And we do a lot of giveaways on this channel with Monster and their budget brand Wixco that launched this year. But I have always been a huge fan of their Glideman. I love that, worn foot sheep's poon design with, or, sheep cliff design. I love a poon and a finger choil. And then they dropped the CP variant with my Carta and 154 CM, and it's even more comfortable in hand. But there's several things about it that I wanted to get rid of because I believe in flip or delete the world and cover it in Ultim. So January 18th.
The shirt that says that.
Yeah, I need to offer one that says flip or delete the world and cover it in Ultim because it's been my saying for since I started the channel. But we're taking the Glideman CP and we've gotten rid of the flipper. No more flipper, so better ergos.
Yep.
I've gone to polished Ultim, and I'll show some images here in a minute. Polished Ultim that is milled with inset liners instead of these full liners.
Smart.
And lefty friendly. They're going to be Ultim and DLC 154 CM with a small run of satin also. For folks that don't want DLC, and we're trying to get them to $100.
That's awesome. They're
And
kicking butt. They have got some amazing designs coming out. I've been keeping an eye on Fair Monster stuff. I like their stuff. Very cool looking.
They have been doing some stuff that I really like, and I've always been a fan of this pattern.
Yeah,
and so we're also. I'll show an image real quick. We'll see if it'll share very well. It'll take a moment to pop up. Okay, it's going to make me try it twice. It likes to do that sometimes.
Matter.
Flipper lives matter. Let's see if it. There we go. So it's hard to see, but
dude, I dig the skull.
Yeah, that is sick. This logo right here. Nope. That's this logo right here. Whoop! I got to get it back on the screen in a second.
Yeah, okay.
But this is the satin variant. This is the DLC variant, and the logo. Pop back up. Is the skull with the crossed sword and cane.
That's sick. I love that.
So that'll be underneath on the lock bar itself. But yeah, polished Ultim DLC 154 CM.
Baby. So it's be quite a bit thinner then as well.
What's that?
I said it should be quite a bit thinner than the one that you were showing with the.
It is going to be a bit thinner because of the inset liners, and we've made sure to radius all the Ultim. I'm an Ultim snob. and everybody knew that the first DBD anything had to be Ultim.
Sure.
And so that's now my screen is all messed up. There we go. And so I was very particular on the Ultim that we're using. But that's January at SHOT Show. And then we're working on a premium version as well with LMAX.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's I apologize I didn't know about it, but that's so cool. So you should definitely go to SHOT Show. I've heard SHOT Show is worth going just for the
just for the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to SHOT Show. But I at the end of next month I might be going to Arizona to visit my son. The family's going next week. And I was supposed to be going with them next week for Christmas, but our old dog, he's having some real anxiety issues and can't be left alone. And, his kids grew up and moved out and didn't come back, and it really freaked him out. And so when we leave, he spazzes, and I don't have anybody that I trust that'll be here for Christmas week that can stay at my house during Christmas week. Avoid their family and just stay with my dogs.
Right.
So I'll be kicking it with my doggy next week and then probably going to Arizona at the end of January, which is why I doubt I'll be able to make SHOT Show. Though
I got it.
I'm still going to ask Fair Monster to pay to get me there. We'll see.
They should.
I doubt it, but it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
Oh, I think it's for that. Yeah, they should. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how big of a company they are or anything, but I've heard SHOT Show is pretty crazy. Somebody mentioned it. I don't know that I should go. So
yeah. Last year, our homeboy Bladed Ginger. Let me grab his knife real quick. This released at SHOT Show 2025. This is the DEFCON Cardington by my homeboy Bladed Ginger, and this has the leverage lock, which is a pivot actuated liner.
Yep.
And it just pulls out of the way when you push the button.
That's so
clever. So you've got the full detent, the crisp release every single time. And this released at SHOT Show. So he was at SHOT, and while we were live, he was walking around SHOT, doing a live interview for us. And it was dope. But he did have to put the camera down multiple times because they have a lot of Freedom Seed spitting machines that I don't show on my lives ever.
Right. Gotcha.
I 100% agree that Fred's collection would give MC a double take. Today's winner gets to babysit DBD's home defense team. They really are easy, mellow dogs. It's just that, he's old, he's hurting, and he's scared alone right now.
And a family. How many have?
We have two. We have a husky, but he is larger than any husky you've ever seen. He's bigger than anybody in his family. He stands 7 feet tall and he's 150 pounds. But because he's so big, he's almost 10. He has, DGD in his spine. Like when we were at the airport the other night waiting for our deadly daughter, everybody walking by, we heard, man, that looks like a horse. And people are like, wow, that's got to be half wolf. And he's just massive. And then we have a 6-year-old American Pit Bull Terrier, my little smart ass female, and she's a runt for an APPT. She's only like 50 pounds, but she doesn't know it because she's always owned the big dog. So
right.
She has zero idea that she's small. Are you a dog guy?
We have 3.
Hell yeah, we have.
3. They're rescues. One looks like if you hit a German Shepherd with a shrink ray.
Okay.
She's just a smaller, like a 50-pound little. My wife got their DNA tested. I can't remember what breed she is. The second one they thought was a pit bull and couldn't get adopted, and she's all boxer. So and then the third one is a pit bull that we just rescued about a year ago, and she's a riot.
Yeah.
All asses and elbows.
Yes.
Just runs into everything. Her head is hard as a rock. Has no understanding of personal space. Will just climb on you and lay right on your face if you're laying in the spot she wants to sit. So, no, they're a joy. I don't know that I could live without having some pets, especially dogs.
I couldn't either. I gotta have my dogs. They're such, for one, the unconditional love, but just to have something that is always so happy to see you. It's hard to be angry when you're petting your dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I like my dogs more than I like most people. So
100% agreed.
Present company exclusive, of course. Well, listen, bro, I'm gonna have to call it for today because
you've given me 3 hours of time, and I truly appreciate it. I'm also going to shut it down, folks, so that I can give my throat a break. But I want to thank you, Nick, for all of your time today and for making sure that the Kripple Krew gets to see the knives by allowing me to review them. I truly appreciate it, Nick.
I appreciate you. And like I said, as we go through these pass rounds and stuff, I want to hear honest opinions. I sometimes forget that you're posting videos because I'm more concerned about hearing your thoughts on it. So
sure.
So I appreciate you. Trust me.
You will definitely hear what I think. I will let you know my feelings on all of them. And Kripple Krew, I want to thank you guys for spending time and chatting with Nick with us today. I know you guys have all been so excited about the PinchLOK and what N.U.M. Knives is. N.U.M. Knifeworks. I keep saying N.U.M. Knives.
N.U.M.
Knifeworks
N.U.M. Knives
is doing. And please tell Lindsay that we say hello.
I will.
And that the Kripple Krew sends our love.
I will. That means a lot. I appreciate that. She will gladly accept that. I promise.
That's awesome. And until next time, Kripple Krew, stay safe, stay frosty, but most importantly, stay deadly.